Hi, I'm Kelsey Mays from Cars.com. Kia redesigned the Sedona for 2006, and in the intervening years it's evolved to produce a little more power as well as an entry-level short wheelbase model. This is the long wheelbase Sedona EX. It's the higher of two trim levels. There's also a very similar model in the Entourage from Hyundai. Cabin quality is typical for a minivan, which means the emphasis is on durability, not necessarily quality, and as such the dashboard plastics seem kind of dull and the center controls don't really have the premium damping quality you'd get in a Honda Odyssey or Nissan Quest. Usability though is much more competitive. There are two separate glove compartments, plenty of cup holders, lower compartments down here. The center tray here collapses to leave a pass-through. You can throw a purse or a laptop bag down here. What there isn't is an actual center console compartment here to hold stuff. Some other minivans offer that. The power seats have adjustments along the door. That's probably the best location for these. It's easier than clawing around in the crevices down by your side. Unfortunately, they don't go that far back, and so if you're much taller than 6 feet, you'll probably find the driver's seat has to be all the way back, and you could even use some more room at that point. The steering wheel tilts but doesn't telescope. The wheels in the Honda Odyssey and Toyota Sienna both telescope. There are power adjustable pedals, so that helps the situation a little bit. Again, they're optional. Most nicely equipped minivans offer power sliding doors and a power tailgate. So does the Sedona. One convenient feature is that this allows you to deactivate the motors themselves, so they still work from the key fob, but now if kids want to run up and fling these things open for themselves, the motors won't resist them. That's a nice feature to have. The second row has captain's chairs. There's adult-friendly room back here. If you don't want to use the center aisle to get back, there's a convenient fold and tumble feature that kind of gives you a pass-through here. Not as flexible as some of the others we've seen. You'll notice if the seats moved up, then if you try to do this, there just isn't that much room back here. Even worse is if the armrests are down, then the seat just gets completely stuck. So it would be nice to see a little more flexibility with this. The third row is like most. That means that the cushions are thin and they're pretty low to the ground. Kids won't mind it back here, and they actually get their own controls for the power third quarter windows. That's pretty rare in a minivan. The third row folds into the floor. It's pretty easy. You can do this with practically with one hand. This is a pretty typical minivan feature. It folds in a 60-40 split, so if you need to throw more cargo back here but still want to put a kid in back, you can do that. The second row folds down. The seats are also removable, or they tumble forward and hook into the B-pillar. Not as convenient as the Quest's fold to the floor seats or the Stow and Go seats in the Chrysler Town & Country, but pretty competitive with the rest of the segment. Maximum cargo volume in the long wheelbase model is just over 140 cubic feet. That beats most crossovers, and it's competitive with the minivan segment. Kia's example isn't the quietest or the most luxurious or the fastest of the group. It is, however, one of the cheapest. The Sedona starts in the low 20s, and even a fully loaded model barely tops $32,000. For that sort of money, you aren't going to get a navigation system or a backup camera that you will in some of the competitors, but you will save thousands over a well-equipped Sienna or Odyssey. Considering car shoppers and minivans are like Packers fans and Brett Favre, value might be the best way to keep some of them around.
For additional information on this car or any other, go to Cars.com and our blog, Kicking Tires.